Good morning, or whatever time you're joining us. I'm Haley Davisson. I'm the Director of Youth and Children's Ministry here at Trinity Downtown, and I am pleased to be with you today as we begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Today I want to explore how God takes chaos and silences it. But first, as a story, as always, when I was in undergrad, I was trying to get an internship for the summer, and I really wanted this internship, and I thought I did a great job in the interview and that I was sure to get it. Well, they called, and I did not get the position, and all of a sudden my life was in chaos. I had 2 weeks before I had to move home and move out of the dorms for the summer, and I had to figure out what to do with my summer because I had put all of my eggs in that basket, and I was terrified. So I threw myself on my bed very dramatically like a Disney princess, and in tears I prayed to God. And within a week I had 5 job offers. And while the position I took ended up not being my favorite internship, the location placed me where I needed to be to care for my family. See, God was at work even when it seemed like he was sleeping. Today's reading, which hopefully you read ahead of time or will stick around and read at the end of this video, shares that the disciples were eating without washing their hands ceremonially. And the Pharisees were not happy about it. They wanted to tell Jesus so that he would admonish the disciples and they would uphold the tradition and therefore uphold the status and power of the Pharisees. You see, the Pharisees came all the way from Jerusalem to oppose Jesus. If only their zeal had been to sit at his feet. But instead, they were wicked, only wanting to uphold their authority and status. And they wanted to be the standard of godliness, not Jesus. Theirs was orderly and precise, but Jesus offers a faith that is messy and intimate. And how often do we set ourselves as the standard? At least I'm not that bad, or at least I'm not like them. How could they lose it like that? How could they sin like that? At least I'm not like them. Make no mistake, every one of us is like the Pharisees because of our sinful, broken hearts. And when we ignore that possibility that we could be like them, we are more open to the devil to use us to cause damage. And yet Jesus always calls us back. Throughout his ministry, he keeps trying to change the Pharisees, to call them into relationship with him. He reminds them and the crowd, nothing outside of a person can defile them by going into them. Rather, it is what comes out of a person that defiles them. He tells us truth, even when it's hard to hear. But what is most beautiful about our relationship with Jesus is that he loves us in the midst of our brokenness, and he calls us into a relationship with him despite our brokenness. So my challenge to you today is to honestly ask yourself, where have you let yourself act like a Pharisee? Where are you more concerned with your traditions than the word of God? Unfortunately, the Pharisees don't take this next step, but we get to learn from them. So ask Jesus to shake up your worldview. Ask him for forgiveness and to let his grace rain down on you. Let's pray. Lord, I just ask you to come and let your spirit rest on our shoulders. Let us see where we have fallen into the trap of the Pharisees and opposed Jesus. But Lord, unlike them, let our hearts be open to what you are doing and open to the faith that you offer, one that is messy and deep and intimate. We love you, Jesus. Amen. I'll see you tomorrow.